everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a very happy holidays. Getting close to the end of the new year. This morning I'm going to have some coffee because coffee is everything. Actually, coffee and your attitude. Cheers. Oh, thank you, Pat. That's some Pat coffee. Today, I really wanted to talk about attitude. And I don't mean like, ooh, she's got a bad, like, attitude. Like, I meant like attitude. So, I will tell you the truth. One thing that I've heard consistently since I've been diagnosed is attitude is everything. Having a positive outlook, even with stage 4, is what may make the difference between survival or long-term survival and just giving up and allowing my body to do whatever it's going to do despite my attitude. That's why the title is going to be in quotes, because I don't usually plan out videos. I definitely don't plan out what I say because thoughts pop into my head and then they come out of my mouth. But I definitely wanted to talk about that, and here's why. Today was one of those days where we I said, I'm having a good day. And Jim was like, me too. I'm not going to let this day or this morning's events reflect on how I'm going to do, not reflect, I'm sorry. That's not the word he said, and that's not what I said. Project how I'm going to do today. I don't think he said project either, but you understand what I'm saying. Please understand as I paraphrase. Today was, like we would say something like along the lines of Murphy's Law is in effect, or like, it's, Murphy's Law is that which can go wrong, will go wrong. But attitude is everything. Today's the kind of day where my body has other plans of me not having a good day. The cancer and the medication is saying, no, you're not going to have a good day. But my heart and soul and mind are saying, oh, yes, I am going to have a good day. So nobody can really rob that from you. You can feel like poo-poo stinky. You can feel in a lot of pain. You can feel exhausted. And you could still mentally choose to have a good attitude. It's not easy. Nobody said it was easy, but you know what? Dealing with all of this isn't easy, and we still do it. So why not do that for ourselves as well, right? Whether you have chronic pain, chronic illness, whether you have cancer or not, whether you're a survivor or you're still battling, whether you are just getting older and your body's got a mind of its own, you are the one who can control how you feel. No, can you control how much pain you're in? No. But you can control whether or not you let that pain zap the joy out of your life, or at least for the moment. So one of the things that I've always done before I even knew I had cancer, when I just thought it was just arthritis, or bad arthritis, or my arthritis acting up, I should say. One of the things that I always did was I said, gosh, it really hurts to stand. It takes a lot out of me. But you know what? I can still do it. And there's times like that where I'm not allowed to stand on 2 feet, where I say, remember those times that you were so grateful that you could stand even though you were in a lot of pain? Be grateful now, because this is one of those moments where you can't. It's like that. I woke up this morning. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who have loved ones who were not granted that privilege this morning. And I am super excited. Take another sip of coffee. I am super excited that I get to be one of the people who are. God has a plan for all of us. I believe in God. I believe in my God. That's the Judeo-Christian God. And I also believe in Jesus Christ, his son, who is our savior. So I believe that God has a plan for all of us. Is my plan and my purpose this, that, or the other thing? That's not for me to decide. What I do is I try to make every day purposeful. I try to make every day worth it. Worth his grace. I try to make every day, even extension beyond that. I try to make every day good for my family. Because I feel like one of my purposes in life is to bring joy to others. Yes, to educate. I have always had a heart for education. Yes, to love. I always have had a capacity to love many, many, many people. Or all the people. All the people. Even the people who I didn't like when I was growing up, I've grown to love in so many ways. And there's one person from growing up that I kind of always felt like growing up, I kind of felt like they had a very mean spirit. But as an adult, I realized that a lot of times that's just training. Especially if you're like an only child or one of two, or maybe an only daughter or an only son. Sometimes you reflect the worst things of the parent that is the same gender as you. Basically, if you're, just for an example, if your mom was a spiteful, terrible gossip, then you might grow up to be a spiteful, terrible gossip because you don't know any better. So growing up, I really felt like the hate towards me from this person that I know now could have been jealousy. It could have been jealousy. It could have just been pure disgust. It could also have been, that's the way they were trained. And that's why, again, forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you. But also, I've learned to love this person because I don't know. I have not walked one step in her shoes. I do not know about her personal journey. I don't know what brought her to be mean-spirited to me or what I felt was mean-spirited to me. Maybe it was just my perception at the time. Maybe out of all the people who were being mean to me, she was the only one who never chose to be nice. And I know now as an adult and as a person who has survived the tens and the aughts, is that maybe she just had resting bitch face and I just took it all wrong. We don't know. But despite all that, I have the capacity to love. Maybe that's my goal here. Maybe my goal here is to live 51 years, to battle this fight, to fight this fight that I'm fighting, and to love each and every one of you. I will tell you, I got some good news for my Christmas presents yesterday. And not putting any timestamp on it. Of course, we don't want to put a timestamp on it because, sorry, I just had to move my leg. Jim didn't want to put a timestamp on it because I get disappointed if you say, Wednesday we're going to do this, and we don't do it Wednesday. So he's just said, before I go back to work, this is what we're going to achieve. And we're going to achieve this priorities in this order. Today we're going to work in our bedroom. Now, I wrapped presents in here, and of course we unwrapped presents in here, and of course we brought our unwrapped presents in here. So there's like Christmas mess. There's also a ton of laundry because we stripped the bed for Christmas, and Mom was doing her laundry, and it was going a little slow for her, which is okay. Everybody's entitled. She was doing her sheets when she does her, like, strips her bed linens and stuff. Then that week that she does those, or that time of the week when she does those is usually like a little longer. So just we had patience and we were just been waiting, and now the laundry is like poo-poo. Part of it is because it took so long for us to finish our laundry because of Christmas and preparing for Christmas, that by the time we were done, the laundry basket was practically full from dirty clothes that we had built up. So it's just a lot of things, but it looks like, I keep staring over at the pile over there. That's what that is over there. It looks like a disaster area. Plus, your girl has, can only move so fast, and has had a few incidences here and there. So there's a lot of messes that we have to clean up on a regular basis. So that being said, we have gonna work in here, and I'm hopefully gonna get my shelf up. That's one of the things from in here. I actually said when I'm done, I'm gonna write down a little wish list. That's how I put it from now on. Instead of calling it a honey-do list, which just seems like a task, I'm gonna do a wish list. If you would like to help me fulfill my wishes. I also mentioned that, well, I didn't mention this, but a friend actually offered that she's got some free time this week, that if I wanted her to come and help me hang my art in my room, I think I might take her up on it. I really said I'm really happy to hear that, because I don't know, I feel like girls have better executions of other girls' visions. Sorry, honey, I love you. Plus, Jim has a little bit of an issue when I ask him to do something specific to my liking, and he wants to do it specific to his way. Yes, I would love to be able to do it myself. Can I? No. Will I in the future? Yes. But I've literally been sitting in this room since June exclusively. Actually, it's July exclusively. And I say exclusively, obviously I've been out. Sorry, my upper lip is itchy. I have been outside, and I was at the hospital in the rehab, but the most of the time that I spend at home is in this room, and to look at it is literally a work undone or job unfinished. You know, just have to breathe it out. I just have to breathe it out. I'm gonna throw this in the garbage can and miss it. Yay! It actually went in the garbage can and bounced out of the container. See? It's all about attitude. I'll get one next time. The good news is my grabber picks up tissues. What it doesn't pick up is like the things for Band-Aids, like you know how you have the little paper that goes on the back of an adhesive bandage. I just realized I have to get into the routine of putting on my watch when I wake up. So as it was, I already rollated to the bathroom. And what is it really, like in a place where I can't get to it? Oh, here it is. It's a little lower than I thought it was. I was looking for it. I already rollated to the bathroom, and I didn't get a rollating points. And I rollated back and set myself up in the chair, or Jim helped me set myself up in the chair is what I meant to say. And I didn't get any points for that. So I didn't get any exercise points for all that. So, say good morning, watch. Guys, can you see the time? It's big. I like it. I keep asking him, I'm like, what time is it? And he's like, you have a watch now. And I'm like, oh. It's like, forgive me, it's been 3 hours since I had a watch. If I forget that I have a watch, that I can look at the time. And honestly, I know this is going to sound stupid, but I've been so fixated on getting this watch to monitor my health that I forgot it tells time. Oh, please forgive me. It's crazy. But attitude is everything. I have new babies in my family. Who could use some prayers. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. They were little and born a little early, and could totally 100% use some lifting up to be together again. They celebrated their first Christmas apart, which is difficult when you're twins. But I also have it's joyful. It's so joyful. Just the next generation, and it's just like, obviously life will go on. But I actually said to my sister, it's very hard, not hard pressed, but you know, there was, my grandmother was one of 9 or one of 7. My other grandmother was one of 9. My grandfather was one of 11, or vice versa. Or everybody came from these large, large families. And then my generation, I'm one of 6. My cousins that I grew up with in the same town are one of 6. And then the 2 of my mom's siblings had 3 children each. And 2 of my mom's siblings had 2 children each. So out of the 6 kids, my father was an only child. So I don't have any first cousins on that side. So it's like the generations are becoming like less and less and less. And I know that the population is growing in certain aspects, but also shrinking in other ways. So when I see the next generation come, and it makes me so elated that life goes on. Will I get to hold them and meet them? And I pray to Jesus I do. Will I get to hold and meet all of the other new babies? I mean, honestly, living further away from where everybody makes it a little bit more difficult. But, yes, my other cousin's grandson. Basically, I have a cousin who has 2 granddaughters right now, and then I have a cousin who has a new grandson. And they all celebrated their first Christmas yesterday. And it was an amazing blessing to think that how life does go on. And I got to speak to one of my cousins who was going through a very similar situation. That we were able to lift each other up, I hope, a little bit. At least get that sense of like, hey, I'm not the only person going through this. Which, we have other underlying medical issues as well that we're both dealing with. So, it's, again, attitude is everything. So when you talk to someone and you realize that you're not alone, when your sympathy for others, when your sympathy for yourself turns into sympathy for others, or pity for yourself turns into sympathy for others, that's it. When the pity for yourself turns into sympathy for others, it definitely makes you feel better. It makes me feel better, and I'm sure it'll make you feel better as well. When you realize it's not just woe is me, it's this situation stinks. And the situation is not just my situation. It is a situation happening to people all around the world, which is why support groups are really good, which is why you can find support groups. Now, do I go every day to a support group? No. I have never gone every day to a support group other than here. But a lot of people do benefit from going to support groups every day, or at least once a week, or twice a week, or 3 times a week, whatever the schedule they have for them works. Some people go and vlog on support group websites and chat rooms because it helps them feel better, or know that they're not alone, or they have questions. Am I the only person going through this? Am I the only person with like consistently chapped lips? Now, I will tell you, side note on the chapped lips, and this is not a plug. This is not sponsored. Actually, I guess it would be a plug, but it's not sponsored. My best friend Sharon, I'm trying to find it in this wheelies. Oh, it fell down. My best friend Sharon sells Mary Kay, and she has sent me this, just a tiny bit too far. Let me show you. It's called Satin Lips. Because I asked her, I was like, do you guys sell an exfoliator? And she said, we do. It's called Satin Lips. Now, I did this at, I have a video on my channel where I did a makeover. Like, she gave me, like I was at a party. And I will try to remember to link that below. But this is called a lip scrub. It's a sugar lip scrub. And you use just the tiniest bit amount. That's why it's a tiny tube. And you just, like, exfoliate it and then wash it off. I really rub it in good. And it is really helping. Like, granted, there is still chapping, because I will tell you in a minute why. But it also follows up with this. And this is a little bit bigger because you can use this multiple times a day. This is just like a lip balm. Or it's not really a lip balm. And I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Even with my glasses, the print is really small. I wonder if I can read what it says. Oh, it is a lip balm. No, a lip cream. No, it says balm. I was right. But she sent me this for Christmas. Woman, I gotcha. Actually, she sent me this to feel like, as a cancer present, feel better. I feel really bad for her because she really wishes she could just hop in a plane and get here. But her life right now is not allowing that. Or even to get in the car and drive here. Her life right now has got a lot going on. So I understand, woman, if you're there. I love you. Please don't ever feel bad about we've both gone through a lot of stuff where we haven't been able to be there for each other in person, but I've still always been there for each other. She actually calls me to check in on me every day. I mentioned a while back that I felt lonely, and then she just calls me every day now. She also sent me Satin Hands, which I haven't been able to use yet because I can't go to the sink. I mean, I could just use a lotion, but it also is like a scrub and soap combination situation, then lotion. So it's like a whole hand treatment. She said that a lot of people who have chemotherapy are going through very similar situations. Now, I did mention that I found one girl with kidney cancer who has a TikTok and Instagram and YouTube channel. And what she recommended to one of her live streams is, if you're on Cabomedics, which is what I'm on, she's like, get yourself some socks and drink plenty of water. And lotion. So I could see why she said that. Yep. My feet are always cold. My face is always chapped. And I am trying to drink as much water as my kidneys will allow. Actually, that's not true. That's kind of a lie. I'm drinking the minimum amount of water because I cannot rush to the bathroom, and I'm having some issues with control. So when I get that worked out, I did take a test. I did take a urine test. So hopefully I'm waiting for that results to come back and make sure that there's no bacteria or whatever. But TMI, girl. Let's see. Attitude is everything, right? The last thing I wanted to talk about that was one of the things that really does help your caretakers is your attitude. Not only has it helped Jim from time to time, that if I'm not cranky and irritable, and he is the one person that I should be able to be, I can be cranky and irritable in front of. He's not the one person, but he's one of the many people who I'm allowed to be cranky and irritable in front of. I've learned that your caretaker would like you to have a good time too, or be in good spirits as well. So attitude is everything. And I say that because I learned, especially being in the hospital and rehab, that it does 100% pour out onto others. We know laughter is infectious and contagious. A smile can be as well. A good morning or a good evening or a how are you today? All of those things. Genuine concern for others. I have to tell you, being apologetic has always been a little bit of a sore spot for some of my friends and family, that I'm always saying I'm sorry. But honestly, it does go a long way when someone has to like wipe your butt for you, where you can just say, I'm really sorry, I can't do this for myself. I'm sorry, I can't help you, or whatever it is. It does go a long way, because then people realize that you're not just sitting there and taking advantage of them, or at least it seems that way, because I'm not. And that's what I'm hoping to convey, is that I'm not trying to take advantage of you. Do the work. Nobody wants to see that you're a lazy daisy. Do the work. I do, as I sit here, you guys can't even tell. I wish I could film my feet right now. I do like, I have a few exercises where I do like pump your feet, like pump your feet, and then I push my knees down, like I'm pushing them down into the bed, and then I can bend my knees up, which you can't see any of that, and that's why sometimes when I hit the camera before, sometimes you can see it, but not really. So do the work. That's really what's important. You can't get better if you don't try to get better. They say now that exercise really does stave off some of the physical side effects that you get from chemotherapy. And I think that that's an amazing discovery. Definitely having plants with every meal is a huge thing. I was lucky enough to afford berries this week. Now, granted, I say that, but I want to tell you, we had a very generous Christmas. But I shopped super duper smart. So this I was able to get via T-Mobile, which is only $25 extra a month. And it was, well, my husband did it with my mother-in-law. And they decided to both chip in a little bit extra to split it. So, actually, it's not even $25 a month, but that's what it'll come to with the $10 a month for the cellular service. The $10 a month cellular service, Jim said that he told her that we would chip in, and the extra, she's splitting, like what it costs to actually pay off the watch. And I know I was able to afford to get Jim a really nice iPad with accessory kit that was on super duper sale with QVC. They allow you to have 6 payments to pay it off. But I have a Q card, so they did 6 payments and they did free shipping, which is a huge deal. So I was able to get that for him. And that's pretty much everything else we got was like $5 t-shirts, or my Hello Kitty brush set was $3. Like just little things. Because I like my mom, she would always give us like a special present and then like a lot of little, I gave Jimmy a pair of socks that keep his feet warm. Like literally they're absorb the heat back from your feet. And they were on Black Friday, they were like $8 on Black Friday. So everything else has just been like little things. And I just shopped very wisely. Yes, do a lot of people cannot afford that extra $25 a month payment. But right now, the way our budget is, we can. So I've had like so many things paid off that we can afford that extra $25 a month. However, yes, what I meant by I can afford berries is that it's not berry season. Berries are expensive right now. But they had a few sales, being Christmas, and I was able to get like load up on berries. And I mean berries, just not like strawberries. So we have strawberries and blueberries, which is like nice. I like to mix them up, put like a little sugar-free whipped cream on there. It's just such a nice dessert treat. And as they start to get old, I macerate them. I cut them up and mix them up with the jellies and stuff. So it's really nice. But Mom also likes berries, something we do. But even dinner was on a budget and it was nice. We got a ham, a brown sugar spiral ham that was 87 cents a pound with a $10 purchase. So what I did was I purchased the things that were on sale it was at Kroger, and the things that were on sale at Kroger, I purchased them at Kroger, basically, like the things that we could use for the house, not even for Thanksgiving. Did I get anything for Thanksgiving at Kroger besides the ham? Like I got soda on sale. Soda was on sale. They sell Mountain Dew melon, and Jim bought me one, and I said, have you tried the diet melon? Since it's kind of a new flavor, could you get used to like the diet melon? And he's like, it's not bad. He goes, it's not bad. And I got him to switch to diet melon. No, I love it. So I was like, if we get this soda, please drink it. You can have it as often as you like. It'll curb his desire to have it. Plus it's sugar-free, so it won't increase his triglycerides. That's what the doctor was worried about. That's why he had to limit his soda. If I could get him to switch to this soda, then oh my gosh, everything would be better. for him and us both, really. So anyway, that soda was on sale, so I got that there. Like, literally, they're $5.99 for a 12-pack, and they were 4 12-packs for $12.99, which was like, buy 2 12-packs, get 2 12-packs for 99 cents. And it makes them affordable. It makes them $3.30 each, which for 12 cans of soda, that's pretty good. In my opinion, anyway. You might feel differently. Was that 25 cents a can? 25 times 12 is $2.50, and 50 is $3. Yeah, close to 25 cents a can. Oh, you can't get that at the vending machine, you know. Anyway, not important. But I did that, so that's what I did to get the $10 worth. And we got some creamers. They had creamers on sale. They sell the store brand that Jimmy likes. They sell Walmart sells the vanilla caramel. Oh, they did sell they were sold out. That's what it was. They sell the vanilla caramel that Jimmy likes, but they were sold out of a lot of their creamers. So we got that. And even with, like I said, I had to pay a $10 delivery. I think I told the story in a vlog, but I had to pay a $10 delivery, and even that still made it worth it, because the ham was originally $2.99 a pound, and the hams at Walmart were $5 a pound or whatever, ridiculous amount of money. So anyhow, I digress. What was I gonna say? So Christmas dinner ended up even being on a budget. I got sweet potatoes from there. I might have gotten the sweet potatoes from there. I feel like they were cheap. 67 cents each or something. I got the bag of potatoes from there. Jim likes, has a recipe, a Nordic recipe that uses the petite potatoes. So I got the petite gold potatoes. So stuff like that. I look and I was like, oh, you know, that's how we grew up. We didn't grow up like, oh, I feel like having ribs this week. We grew up like, open the circular and say, oh, look, chopped meat's on sale. How many meals can I make with chopped meat? Oh, look, chicken breasts are on sale. How many meals can I make with chicken breast? That's how we grew up. And chicken breast was never on sale when we were growing up. It was always legs and thighs. Legs and actually when I was younger, it was wings, because before wings blew up, wings were the cheapest. But that's beside the point. So it was a matter of, that's how we were able to get a really wonderful Christmas dinner that was inexpensive. Jim made instant garlic mashed potatoes, which they love. So I was happy to have that. Jim does like homemade mashed potatoes. Excuse me. Jim does like homemade mashed potatoes, but Mom likes the garlic. So, you know, they compromised in other ways. He made cornbread. We had 1 box of Jiffy corn muffin mix, which, by the way, is cheap. And I wanted to make corn casserole, but we didn't have any cream corn. So he just flat out made the recipe, like from the box. You know, 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk. And he made it in a round pan. But the secret, not secret, but the trick we do, when I cook it, the trick I do at the end is the last 5 minutes, I stop it. I coat it with butter and then sprinkle sugar on top. And then I bake it that last 5 minutes. And then when it comes out, we put more butter on it. So it's delicious. And he just did the butter when it came out. And it was really good. I actually allowed myself to have a piece. That was my gluten from yesterday. And do I feel terrible today because I had gluten yesterday? No, I actually don't. My bones are not that sore. The rest of my meal was really packed with fiber. Actually, that little bit didn't really bother me, which is good. But otherwise, yeah, I had a sweet potato with butter, and I make a swerve blend of cinnamon and granulated swerve in a shaker jar, like cinnamon sugar. So I usually just put that on there. It's really good. You can also put the swerve brown sugar on there, or splendid brown sugar if you're not doing keto, and you still want to be sugar free. So that's delicious on a sweet potato, without adding all of the candied stuff that goes along with it. You know, the extra syrup and all that stuff. So just make it healthier, I guess. he did a really nice job with the ham yesterday. I was super impressed. It was his first time making one. We were going to make it in the crock pot, but the person who picked out the ham picked out the hugest ham. Like, it was huge. It was like 11 pounds, 12 pounds. And I was like, who? It was 12 pounds, actually. I was like, who's eating all this ham? But for $10.58, which is what it cost for this 12-pound spiral cut brown sugar ham, we got Christmas dinner. We got 2 packages, which are 1-pound packages, plus maybe 2 pounds of sandwich slices. Like, so I divvy it up the next, at the end of the meal, and I found size slices about this big. One part of the ham, there'll be like these slices, and there'll be like a little section that falls off because there's a fat membrane there. So I cut all of these out for sandwiches. So I made 2 bags of sandwich slices, and I made 2 more bags of dinners that we can put in. And then there was pineapple from the top of the ham that I put in the dinner bags just to distinguish them in the freezer. Yes, we can write on them, but sometimes, like the writing and then just quick, it makes it easier for Jim to have visuals. Plus, I had 2 pounds of meat pieces. And what I say by that is like all the little stuff that fell into the dish, I'll put that in soup or casseroles or something. And I have my ham bone, which has got still another 1.5 pounds of meat on it. It was just so much food. I'm going to get so many meals. Even when I make my soup isn't just one meal. My soup will feed me soup. Usually I make a batch of soup. It feeds me 3 weeks. I don't make soup and drink it for 3 weeks. What I do is I freeze 2-week portions, and then I'll eat it throughout the week. Now, normally I do Yankee bean soup. I might still do Yankee bean soup or navy bean soup. I don't know where you live, what they call it, but the white ones. They're not white cannellinis. They're not white kidney beans or anything. They're not cannellinis or white kidney beans, which is depending on where you live, what they're called. These are like navy beans. They're a little bit smaller and a little bit meatier, like firmer to the tooth. And they're good. They just remind me of my dad. Just do like, you guys want to know how to make that? I could really teach you guys how to make that when I'm up. Let me know. I would love to. This has been a really long vlog about attitude is everything. Again, growing up differently has taught me to have a little bit of a different attitude towards things, but also just learning from others, as I try to teach you, is also. So basically, real quick addition is, I always thought that I was an exclusive person to the rule, and then I met Mary Fry online and on YouTube, and then I realized that I'm not the only person who chooses joy in the moment, who doesn't forget to laugh every day, and really that like a love for God and Jesus, being a child of Christ, gives you fulfillment, gives me fulfillment, and I'm not the only one who feels that way. So that's really what's made a blessing about that relationship, because I realized that I'm not the only person who feels that way. And I'm sure talking to all of you, I know for a fact that I'm not the only person who feels that way. There's Sylvia, who gives me all of the white light healings, just bring all of that beautiful, pure, positive energy into you. I find my positive energy in Jesus, but it's also there in the universe. God made this planet to have things and people to put positive energy into your life. You have to think like that, And then Bonnie has the most beautiful voice, and she just sat in her car and she sang me a song, and it just brings me to tears. I wish she would share it with you guys. I'm not going to cry thinking about it, but also the words that she gave me, the song that she sang, she said, I used this song to sing to get me through hard times, basically paraphrasing. And it was just perfect song for the perfect moment. And again, she sings like an angel, so there is that as well. So I know that I'm not the only person out there. I really do. And I get I got cards from you guys this year that said the same thing, that I'm in Jesus's hands and just to have faith and keep my chin up and keep fighting forward. And that's what we're going to do, because attitude is everything. All right? All right. Listen, if nobody's told you today that you're loved, remember that I love you. You can always come here, go into the comments and feel the love, honestly, because you guys love each other too. And you guys love me. So there you go. I'm not the only one, I promise. If it's my time or when it's my time, hopefully I'll have a memorial page set up so that you guys can come and share love with each other. That would be like my ultimate goal for the afterlife, of my afterlife, or while I'm in heaven, I can watch you guys love on each other. That would be like the most amazing thing. And don't forget, as always, you guys, take care and God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye.